Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please take a second to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get PTCGO code cards. Are you looking to complete your Pokemon card collection online for the latest set? PTCGO has everything you need. Please use my code NIGHT22 at checkout so you can get a 5% discount. Help yourself out with the discount, and thank you for helping support the content I create in this channel and for helping out PTCGO. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at another COPPERAJAH build. If you haven't seen the first one, do check it out. But just to recap, COPPERAJAH is a stage 1 single strike Pokemon with 190 HP, 4 retreat cost, minus 30 resistance to grass, and is weak to fire. It has 2 attacks. The first one is strength. For 1 metal and 2 colorless energy, it will deal 90 base damage. And its second attack is high horsepower. For 1 metal and 3 colorless energy, it will deal 160 base damage, and it also does 30 damage to itself. Its attack damage output is pretty decent, which can potentially 2-hit KO most VMAXs in the game, and we can easily heal the 30 recoil damage with the help of the Crystal Cave Stadium. The biggest challenge for this card is definitely paying off the attack cost. In this build, I will be using a less likely approach, and that is by using Cherrim as my main energy accelerator. It has the ability Spring Bloom. As often as you like, you can attach a grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon with no rule box on it. By means of this, we can fulfill the 3 colorless energy on COPPERAJAH. And having access to grass energy actually makes this build so much better because this allows us to use single strike Beedrill, more for its persisting attack. For just 1 grass energy, it allows you to instantly knock out a Pokemon with a special energy attached onto it. This is great for knocking out even VMAXs with a single turn. And it also has the attack Jet Spear. Again, for just 1 grass energy, it will deal 110 damage, after which you discard 1 energy from this Pokemon, and this attack could be good for Pokemon that is weak to grass. But the only way we can put Beedrill into play is with the help of Single Strike Mustard. If this is the only card left in your hand, you can look for any Single Strike Pokemon from your deck and put it straight to your bench, after which you draw 5 cards. And to help empty out our hand, I'll be using Galarian Meowth, which has the ability Evolution Roar. It allows you to discard 2 cards from your hand, and when you do, you can find its evolution card, Galarian Berserker, and put it into your hand. But we're mainly using this to discard cards so we can use Mustard. However, when it calls for it though, you can actually look for its evolution Galarian Berserker, and I'm using this one with the ability Steely Spirit, which will increase COPPERAJAH's attack by 20 damage. For consistency, Snorlax of course will be my main drawing engine. As for the other cards worth noting, I have Energy Retrieval, which helps recover 2 basic energy from the discard pile and put it into your hand. I also have Air Balloon. This is reserved more for Cherrim so that we can retreat it easily, which makes for a great pivot Pokemon when needed. I also have Bruno. Shuffle your hand back to the deck and draw 4 cards, or 7 cards if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on your opponent's turn. Clara, which helps recover 2 Pokemon and or 2 basic energies from the discard pile back to your hand. And I also have Sonia. And that's pretty much it. And you can find the complete deck list in the description below. Do let me know what you think of this second COPPERAJAH build down in the comments. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so my opponent's going to go first. And I'm going to start with a Snorlax and a Q-Font to go into the bench. It's always nice to see Snorlax in the beginning of the game because you can start using its Gormandize to draw into more cards. I also have Level Ball that can get me my Cherrim line set up. Then I can thin out my hand even more by attaching the energy to Q-Font and Gormandize that way. We get another Q-Font. Let's get a Cherubi with this Level Ball. And I'm not going to use Sonia. I think I'm just going to Gormandize here for 4. We get 1 energy and another Level Ball. So we can actually get a Cherrim with the Level Ball. Evolve it, and we can accelerate as much energy as we can, given that we have a lot of grass energies on our hand, which we can actually get that with Sonia, although we don't have COPPERAJAH yet to evolve into. So that's that. So we are up against a Sandaconda V build, and they're going to evolve into Inteleon. They're going to grab 2 trainer cards from their deck, Professor's Research, and a full face guard. So they're centering their focus on defense to their Sandaconda V. Alright, they're going to be able to attack with this Inteleon. It deals 120 damage and 20 to the bench. So they still don't knock out any of our Pokemon, which is kind of nice. We have Evolution Incense, so I can actually get a COPPERAJAH with that. But first, let's evolve into Cherrim. Let me get my COPPERAJAH. Make sure we get the right one. Evolve. And then I can get 2 more Grass Energies with this Sonia. And that's why I like Sonia, man. It's like dual purpose. You can either get more basics from the deck or energies. And since COPPERAJAH deals 160 damage, it's going to be exactly what we need to knock out this Inteleon. Knocking it out of the ballpark for 160 damage, getting us our first prize. So they're going to promote their Sandaconda V in the active with no energy, so we should be okay. They're going to use Great Ball. They got a Sobble. And they're also using a Cinccino engine here that will allow them to draw more cards, but they need to evolve it first. They're going to use Professor's Research. And they're actually going to attach a special energy on their Sandaconda V. I wonder if we can get our Beedrill out. And they're going to evolve into a VMAX. Dude, if we can get Beedrill with this Mustard, we can knock this guy out and then get 3 prizes for that. They're going to knock out my Snorlax, unfortunately. Let me just get COPPERAJAH so that they won't be able to easily knock this guy out. And unfortunately, I'll have to use Clara for the meantime to get my Snorlax. And we can pivot into that on our next turn. For the meantime, I'm just going to attack with COPPERAJAH, high horsepower this turn. And it decreased the damage by 40, so we're only dealing 120 damage against this Sandaconda VMAX. So let's see. I wonder how we can do this. Okay, they're going to knock out our COPPERAJAH. And let me just pivot into Snorlax. You get a Grass Energy. Let me use Ordinary Rod. Get these 2 back to the deck. And also 2 Grass Energies, I think. I think we could do this. So let me accelerate an energy on Cherrim. Because once we use Mustard, we're going to draw into 5 cards. Come on, I just need a Grass Energy here. Let's get Beedrill. What's this? So let's accelerate an energy on Cherrim so we can retreat. Accelerate an energy on Beedrill. So now we can use Persisting to knock out this VMAX. I'm going to hold off on the Ordinary Rod. I'm just going to get my 3 prizes here. Dude, that was unbelievable. I can't believe we pulled that off, but we did. That's insane. What are the chances of getting those energies? we got exactly what we needed to. An energy. Actually, I was hoping for like a switch or a scoop up, whichever one would have worked, but I just needed that one energy. But it worked, man. That was pretty cool. So now my opponent has Inteleon V in their active, but they're going to switch it out into their Sobble. And they're going to end their turn, so they're just stalling at this point. And I don't think I'm going to attack with Beedrill, because I need 2 more prizes to go. And if I attack with Beedrill, I might be able to use that anyways. So I'll just, I'm going to retreat with it. For the meantime, I'm going to use my Ordinary Rod to get 2 more energies back to the deck. And what I'm going to do here is just retreat into my Snorlax, so that I can use Gormandize, recoup, and then energize my COPPERAJAH, and maybe I can attack with it. I can thin out my hand some more, just get rid of that. Gormandize for 5. Okay, we got an energy, and also Bruno, so that's really good. So let's see what my opponent does here. We can actually attack that Sandaconda V. Well, they're going to evolve it now, but we can attack with our Beedrill. For just 1 energy, we can double the damage because we are hitting for weakness. So we could actually use Beedrill and then maybe attack with COPPERAJAH to finish it off. That's going to be our plan. We can use Professor's Research. Escape Rope, okay. I could just give them the Q font. I think that's the least the least important Pokemon we have in play right now. And we can just scoop it up if we need to anyways. Alright, they're gonna use Sand Pulse. They don't get anything from that. We get another Grass Energy, which is really cool. And let's see. I have COPPERAJAH. Wonder if I could use Bruno and get more energies. I mean, I could do that, but I think the best thing to do is just get Q-Font out of the active. Get my Beedrill there, and then I can increase my damage output with the help of my Berserkers after this. So let me start energizing this COPPERAJAH, and I'll evolve this into Berserker just to get it ready for our next turn. And actually, I could save Bruno for our next turn. I'll just use Jet Spear here, and that's going to deal 220 damage because we are hitting for weakness. If they don't knock out Beedrill, we can just knock out the Sandaconda because we can just attack with Beedrill. They're going to use Lucky Ice Pop to heal. Oh, dude, that was close. So, good thing they flip Tails on their first coin flip. Otherwise, man, if they healed for a lot of damage, that would have been really bad. So, they're going to have to knock out this Beedrill this turn. And that actually saves our Cherrim because if they did spread, that would have knocked out our Cherrim, and then we can't energize our COPPERAJAH. But now we don't have any energies to accelerate. I'm just gonna go with COPPERAJAH to go into the active. Let's go for it. Dude, we get energy retrieval from our top deck. That's insane. So we can get these grass energies accelerated with Cherrim, and then we can use Bruno, draw 7 cards, and we just need a metal energy to win this game, man. Let's go. Come on, Bruno. Get us the metal energy. There, there it is. There's the metal energy that we needed. That's insane. And we also got Galarian Berserker to increase damage output. High horsepower for the win. Dealing 180 damage against Sandaconda. Dude, that was an epic game, man. Good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. I get to choose to go first this time, but our hand is terrible. We're starting off with the Galarian Meowth as well. Nothing to draw into more cards, but we do have mulligans, and we are weak against this matchup. They're using Fire-type Victini VMAX build, and we're using Metal, and I don't have anything that actually will help us to remove that weakness. But thankfully, thankfully for all those mulligans, man, we get to draw into a Q-Font that we can energize, and we have Marnie to use on our next turn. So that's pretty good, and they're gonna Marnie us. Okay, so that could help us to get more usable cards, hopefully, this turn, and I hope they get a Snorlax. And they do. That is insane, man. They're not gonna be able to attack this turn. At least we can scoop up this Meowth, and then we can get rid of this. We can always just get that back. Get my Snorlax, scoop up Meowth, and then I'm just gonna Gormandize this turn. And I'll Bruno for the meantime. Maybe we can that can help us set up, which it does, because now we have Cherubi. I'll just use this Lava Ball to get, I think, Cherrim, and that will thin out my hand anyways, regardless. And evolve my COPPERAJAH and Gormandize. Okay, we get 2 more Grass Energies and a Beedrill. They're gonna Pokemon Catcher. Alright. Ooh, that was close. Okay, that was close. Because Victini VMAX can actually one-hit KO our COPPERAJAH, which is really bad. Because I don't have anything to increase its HP. And it only has 190 damage. Double that is like 200. So I'm just gonna energize my COPPERAJAH for the meantime. And then Evolution Roar these 2. And then I'll just use Ordinary Rod to get them back later. And I'll just Gormandize for the meantime. So when I use Ordinary Rod, that Beedrill is gonna go back. And if we need to, we can use our Mustard. Dude, that's really close. Those Pokemon Catchers are really scary, dude. If they get heads on that, that's gonna get our COPPERAJAH killed. But they are going to use special energy on this Victini VMAX, so we might be able to actually knock this guy out if we can just get Beedrill into play. Let me use Ordinary Rod, get Beedrill back to the deck. Get this grass energy as well. And I think we can use Mustard this turn, actually. I can use Switch, and then I can use Scoop Up Net. Or I can actually Scoop Up Net Snorlax first. And since I have a Switch, I can just switch out the Pokemon that I need. Let me just put COPPERAJAH in the active. Either way, I can just attack with it if we miss this one. And then I can use Level Ball. Maybe get another Meowth. I just put that in the bench. And then I can use the ability Evolution Roar to get rid of these two. And that will allow us to get this Berserker. I can evolve this Meowth, increasing COPPERAJAH's attack. Then we can use Mustard to get Beedrill, draw 5 cards. Dude, this is insane! What is this, man? What is this? Persisting to knock out this Victini VMAX for 3 prizes. Insane! Man, I can't believe we pulled that off. That's unbelievable, man. Oh, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Beedrill is pretty cool. To be able to knock out any Pokemon just like that, just because they have a special energy, it's crazy. Okay, so my opponent has 2 Victini VMAXs, but they don't have any energies, so we are okay for the meantime. And even if they attach 1 energy, they're not going to be able to attack. And they're just going to pass, man. They don't have energy, and they're left with 1 card on their hand. So I think we got this. I'm going to retreat into COPPERAJAH. I think it's safe to say we can attack with this one. They won't be able to attack anyways. And I'll just increase its damage output by just evolving these 2 Berserkers. And then I'll just attack with high power, high horsepower for 200 damage. That will deal 30 recoil damage onto our COPPERAJAH, but that's alright. They can use Crushing Hammers, and that's okay too because we have Sonia to get more energies from our deck. And we're just going to heal back up with our Stadium, get Metal Energy and the Grass Energy as well. And we're just going to finish this game off with our high horsepower attack from COPPERAJAH. Man, despite the disadvantage there, we still won the game. Pretty cool, man. COPPERAJAH strikes again, this time with the help of Cherrim to energize it and its friend Single Strike Beedrill, so we have a chance at easily knocking out any Pokemon with a special energy on it. Overall, while I would not recommend you use this for tournaments, I think COPPERAJAH is actually a pretty good card. There's actually one more possible build to COPPERAJAH, and that is with the help of Abomasnow with the Toughness Boost ability, adding 50 HP to all your Single Strike Pokemon, then combo that with the Single Strike Scroll of Scorn, allowing you to use Furious Anger attack. For 1 fighting energy, you deal 10 damage, and 10 more for each damage counter on COPPERAJAH. The more hits you tank, obviously the more damage you make, and perhaps add a Karen's Conviction supporter card to further add damage. This seemed like the most obvious build because COPPERAJAH damages itself with the high horsepower attack, but after trying it out, it's actually very inconsistent, so I dropped it and tried a more aggressive build. Let me know in the comments below which COPPERAJAH build you prefer. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.